Hello MCR students, I know you guys miss me. We're coming down to the end of it. Just a reminder, the last day I'll be taking work is May 20th, which is about a week from today. It's May 12th right now. We're going to be simplifying complex fractions. I just wanted to review the previous skill before we got into this. And the previous skill was adding and subtracting rational expressions. So if I had 2 over x squared y plus 5 over 3x cubed y, then I would need to make sure, just like any other fraction, before I add them, that the denominators are the same. The UPS man's dropping something off and one of the dogs are starting to bark outside, and the big one's about to also. All right, there they go. They got them outside. Okay. So before we can do anything with this, what we do is we look at these denominators, and basically we're going to make them the same by taking what's in this and not in this. It's like this doesn't have a 3, so I'm going to multiply this times 3, and there's an x cubed, so I'm going to have to multiply it times 3x, because this needs one more x. And remember, when we're dealing with fractions, whatever I do to the top, I got to do to the bottom, vice versa. So 2 times 3x is 6x over 3x cubed y. And this doesn't have to change, so it's just plus 5 over 3x cubed y. My boxer just took off trying to chase the UPS man. Thank God for fences. All right, so since they have the same denominator, we just add these two, and we can't really add them, so it's just 6x plus 5 over 3x cubed y. So why do we need to remember that? Well, we're going to simplify these complex fractions, and of course, every lesson builds on the next, so we definitely are going to need to have those lessons available, or at least those skills at our fingertips. Let's look at an example here. I've got 2x over 27y squared over 6x squared over 9. So what we really need to do is look at it like this. Like this is 2x over 27y squared. Remember, these fraction bars are just division divided by 6x squared over 9. So when we look at it this way, it's a little more simple. Okay? So remember, we keep the first one the same. We do the reciprocal, or flip the other one. And we change it from division to multiplication. Keep, flip, change. Now if you remember the cross factoring that we had talked about before, 9 goes into itself once, 9 goes into 27.3. 2 goes into itself once, 2 goes into 6.3, x goes into itself once, x goes into x squared once, so there's one x left over. So I've got 1 times 1 on top, and 3 times 3x on bottom, so I end up with 1 over 9x y squared. Don't forget the y squared is still there. So let's look at another example for you guys to try on your own. Let's do 5k over 36m divided by 15k over 9. So this would be a good spot to pause your video and try this on your own. So if we look at it like we did before, we're going to do 5k over 36m divided by 15k over 9. And then for me, it's just easier to work down instead of across. Keep, flip, change. We're going to flip that second number. And then I look for cross factors. 9 goes into itself once, goes into 36.4. We got 5k and 15k. This is once. And 5 goes into 15 3 times. So 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 3 is 12. So I end up with 1/12. And remember, the m's on the bottom. It's like I start recording and everything starts happening. Now we got another delivery coming. All right, so let's look at a different type of problem. Well, same type, just a little bit more to it. 5x over x plus 2 over 10 over x minus 2. All right, same thing. We're going to change it into a regular division problem divided by 10 over x minus 2. And now we're going to do keep, flip, change, put x minus 2 on top. We can't do anything with these, but the 5 and the 10 we can. The 5 becomes 1, 10 becomes 2. So x times x minus 2 over 2 times x plus 2. And that's the simplified version. There's nothing else we can do other than distribute, and then it's not simplified. So let me give you guys one like that to try on your own. So I've got 8x over x minus 4 divided by 3 over x plus 4. Hopefully this isn't blurry. See if I can get this to... Y'all know I can't see anyway, so... Okay, hopefully that's a little bit sharper. Alright, so I've got 8x over x minus 4 divided by 3 over x plus 4. The first one's going to stay the same. It's going to be multiplication, and we're going to flip that second one. I can't cross factor with this one, so I've just got to show 8x times x plus 4, whoops, and 3 times x minus 4, and that's all you can do with that. All right, and then the third example or type that we'll do is going to be a little more intricate. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5 then. So we've got x over y squared plus 1 over y divided by y over x squared plus 1 over x. For those of you that really struggle with fractions or dislike fractions, this is probably like a bad nightmare because there's nothing but fractions in here, but it's very manageable if you just stay focused, stay organized. First thing we need to do is we actually need to add these. And like I showed you in that first example, before we can add fractions, we need to make sure the denominator is the same. So on this top one, we need to make this fraction so that it has y squared as the denominator. So I've got x over y squared plus, and that means I've got to multiply this top and bottom by y. So I end up with y over y squared. And same thing down here, I need to make this into a fraction with x squared as the denominator. So that means I've got to multiply this by x over x. So this stays the same, y over x squared plus x over x squared. Now they have the same denominator, I can add them. So I've got x plus y over y squared divided by, we can move these around and have it x plus y over x squared. So now I'm going to bring it down here, x plus y over y squared divided by x plus y over x squared. Alright, so I've got to do keep, flip, change. Keep the first one, flip the second one, change it from division to multiplication. So what happens here is these two can cross out, so I just end up with 1's there, which gives me x squared over y squared. Alright, so let me give you an example like that to try on your own. 5 over a plus b over a squared, that's a b. 5a over b squared plus 1 over b. Be a good time to pause it and see if you can handle this one and try it on your own. We've got to make sure the denominators are the same. So I've got to make this into a squared, so I'll multiply this times a over a. So I'll get 5a over a squared plus b over a squared. Same thing here, I need to multiply this times b over b. So I've got 5a over b squared plus b over b squared. Now I'm going to go ahead and add them, and I've got 5a plus b over a squared and 5a plus b over b squared. Very similar to the last problem. So I've got 5a plus b over a squared divided by 5a plus b over b squared. And we'll do the KFC to keep flip change. 5a plus b, we're keeping that first one. We're going to flip that second one. And then I already changed it to multiplication. These two will be able to cross out, so I've got b squared over a squared. Alright, hopefully this doesn't come off as too difficult for you guys. You guys can handle it. Like I said, just stay focused, stay organized, and everything will work itself out. Look for the assignment link to this. And remember, the 20th is the last day to get all your assignments in. Hope you guys have a good day.